semi-automatic Marauder. Woo! Come on, man. This is Rick, we're Shooter 1721. Look what we got here. We got the SAM, stands for Semi-Automatic Marauder. So basically what you're looking at is an 8-pound rifle here. We got the weaver and the pick rail on top. We got our center point 3 to 12 on here. And we have a 20-inch barrel. We have 43 inches overall. And we have a gun that is a ton of fun. This has been a blast to shoot. I've been shooting it for a couple weeks before I could get to this video review. I am impressed with its accuracy. The regulator works really, really well. We're seeing in some of the earlier things on Facebook and Instagram, I think I was posting, we're shooting about 858 to 861 when it settles in. And now you fill this gun. You can fill this gun to 3,000 PSI. I fill it to 2,900. I don't like making that reg real tight, but you got your adjustable cheek piece here too. This is just amazing. Oh, I put this pick rail on the bottom so I could shoot a bipod. I want to go for max accuracy at 50 yards. So I want to see, I like shooting bipod, and I like shooting, this is a UTG bipod. This is just a rear bag here. This is the way I like to shoot these guns. And I always like having stability in the front and that bag in the back being rock steady. For me, that's something that I like a lot. You can see this is actually a beautiful rifle. There's a lot of things that went into this rifle, and the guys at Benjamin, I think he did an outstanding job. One thing I was really impressed with is its accuracy. We were cutting playing cards at 50 yards pretty easy, and that's a semi. Now, the trigger pull is a semi pull, not heavy, just steady. Does that make sense? It's just a steady pull. Boom. We'll show you we'll actually show you the trigger pull test, and we'll go through that also. Well, you know what? I'm done talking. Let's get to shooting. Woo! Okay, here we are at the bench with the semi-automatic Marauder, SAM, from Benjamin Air Guns, and we got the center point 3 to 12 on top by 44, and we're going to shoot these 14 threes here. They're just domed, they're not the hollow points. We're going to try and do a 5-shot group and see what we get here. We got pretty good weather today. Well, I think that answers your questions right there. Yes, I was not shooting dead center at the bullseye. I was actually aiming at the bullseye, but I have the shot group to the left so you can see the pattern there. Well, there's 5 shots at 50 yards. I'd say that's pretty impressive. I don't know, Ryan, that might be a 1/2 inch to 5/8 group. That's pretty good at 50. For a semi? Woo! Come on, man, you gotta love shooting air guns. All right. Okay, well, we just got done with the 50-yard accuracy with the SAM, and we saw a nice group. It's probably around a 1/2 inch to 5/8 at 50 yards. Thought that was awesome. So we went right into the chronograph here, and the shot numbers that we got were, we saw a ton of 858, and a couple things that I noticed. The gun's shooting around that 858 to 861, somewhere around there, which for me, that's fine, shooting the 14 threes. It's shooting really, really accurate at that speed. But one thing we did notice, as I would reload a mag, that first shot coming back into the mag after I reload it, I did notice that sometimes it would go up in feet per second to like 870. So that's what we would notice. It would go up just a little bit, almost 9 feet per second there, and then come right back to the 858. Thought that was pretty good. We got 50 good shots. We got standard deviation was 6.4, and the spread was 30 because, you know, we just walked it the whole way through 50 shots. There's probably a bad number in there that I need to throw out, but I figured I'd just give you the numbers the way they are. Everything is stock. We didn't do anything to the gun to change it at all. We left it all stock, so it's just shooting stock, the trigger pull, everything. We didn't. Anytime we do a video, we want everything just raw for you, so you get exactly the way it came from the factory, from the manufacturer. This is the way it is. So there's your chronograph numbers. What else can we get into? Okay, here we are. We want to do the trigger pull, and like I said, we're just going to do the we didn't do anything to the trigger. Okay, 1.86. Did you see the constant steady pull on that and how far that was to travel? Okay. £1 pound 10.8. Okay. And then that one broke at 164. So you're somewhere in there. Nothing wrong with that trigger at all. It's just nice. Once what I call, and I think Jerry Mitchell-Lark said it best, get the dead out of the trigger. So when you're shooting groups or anything like that, you know you got a nice pull to the breaking point, but you can set this trigger where you want. We left it on the factory settings just so you could see it here. So, well, there's our trigger pull. Okay, well, here we are at the end of the video review of the SAM, Semi-Automatic Marauder. I like that nickname. But let's talk about what we saw in the video here. So we saw the accuracy. That's outstanding for a semi at 50 yards. In my opinion, that's great accuracy. Very happy with that. Feet per second, I like it that it's at 861. For me, I like 880. That's where I like to have those 14.3s traveling at. But you know what? It's not the warmest day. It is November. So it is cooler, so that does play a little bit of effect because I think when I was working on this earlier, we had some really warm weather, and I think I had 881 was a constant, but since the temperature went down, sometimes that affects the air, and that's the way it is. But one thing that we saw was the consistency of the regulator rocking 858. I don't know how many times in that shot string in the video, but I give this a thumbs up. This is just a ton of fun, a gun that's just, you just shoot it and you smile and you think, wow, it's just so much fun. And like I said so many times, you gotta love shooting air guns. This is Rick and
Ryan
with Shooter 1721. Thanks for watching.